And it is Poland who got the match underway at their own national stadium, and maybe a part of the shot. The corner played all the way out to Krychowiak to hit, and it's found the target! Just the start that Poland wanted, and the last thing on Irish minds. Grzegorz Krychowiak coming up with a stunning strike to settle the home side.
First market, obviously something that they've worked on in training. They've not put the ball into the box, they've played it to the edge. 25 yards out, Krychowiak picked up with no one really coming to close him down. And I'm not sure if Darren Randolph was unsighted when the shot came in, because he looked like he didn't react too late. You can see the delight in Krychowiak's face. We just see here, there's the pullback to Krychowiak, there's a strike coming in. Was there a suspicion offside or not there when the shot came in? No, you can see that Seamus Coleman was just coming up, and I just feel that Darren Randolph didn't see the strike to leg. He just went to the side, and Richard Kilmaine took a slight deflection on rope. There's a strike coming in, he doesn't see it till he can't react to it, and this is in the bottom corner, and the Polish players are absolutely delighted that they've got that early goal in the game.
Pointed to the spot here.
Well, there's an Irish player down, which is Shane Long. The referee has got a big decision to make here.
He's given Ireland a penalty.
Well, the Polish players are absolutely bemused by this. I think it's the assistant, because the referee looks across to his assistant, and the ball played forward as they flick on from Jonathan Walters. He's got in behind his player. You can see it's Pazdan going up. He's outside the box. I mean, that's actually taking place outside the box. The initial challenge, it looked like it was right up close to the edge. His foot was high, there's no doubt it's a foul, but whether it's a penalty or not, I'm not sure. It's a big call from the officials, and they've deemed it was inside, and what a chance for Ireland to get themselves back.
In for Walters, where he needs to keep his cool. Walters scores! And Ireland make the most of their good fortune, and Martin O'Neill's side are back level straight away.
Well, that's absolutely fantastic. He never looked like he was going to miss Jonathan Walters. He stepped up to take it. Fabianski guessed the right way, but such was the power, the pace, and the direction. And it's now the turn of the Irish fans to be overjoyed that their team's back in it. So you see, that's his third goal in 9 matches for Jonathan Walters. Brilliant penalty, absolutely fantastic. It's strode up, there he is at the bottom corner. Keeper's guessed the right way, but it's just the power and the pace that's beaten Fabianski.
Dusky cuts it back. And with enough bodies there, have they? Well, in the end it's cleared, good time. Back in once more, the flags up, it won't count. And again, the protest from Grosicki, because they feel that should have counted.
Yes, well, if they were looking again by a big call, the officials have been in demand at the moment. At one end, they've given a penalty. Ireland, when it looked like it could have been just outside the box. On this occasion, the flag, in fairness to the assistant, went up quite quickly. Disappointed as the Poland players are. Once again, could Ireland done a little bit better? There's the ball played back from Lewandowski. Mashinsky should have done a little bit better. Eventually you can see that he's in an offside position there, and then the strike comes in. Was he in front of the goalkeeper, Grosicki? Darren Randolph couldn't see it.
Yes, even conceding another goal didn't change the objective for Ireland, because a 2-2 draw would do for the Irish. This is Lewandowski. Now Krychowiak, who's struck once past them already. Piszczek with a cross, and it's Grosicki.
Poor effort, really, wasn't it? He's got to at least work the goalkeeper from that angle. Well, there was an overload at the far post there, because I think it was Olkowski took Seamus Coleman in, which left the room for Grosicki over on this left-hand side. There's no one coming to close him down. And he's tried to fire it in towards that far corner, but that's a poor effort. Line of Ireland.
This is the man who's made the run here for Poland. And it's Maczynski who pulls it back across. Lewandowski!
Europe's most feared marksman strikes real fear into Irish hearts now. A bullet of a header, Poland back in front.
The constantly goal commentator, isn't it? Not being involved. Ireland don't defend particularly well down there, left, the right of Poland. And when the ball's delivered in, it's picking them up. And there's someone of that quality, you have to be touch tight to him. You can't allow him any space whatsoever. And he's still got a lot to do. Still quite a distance out as he heads the ball in. Quite amazing. But Ireland's got to do better. From the ball played forward to Linetti, close it down, don't allow him to play it back. That's far too easy. And as he pulls the ball back, someone's got to put him under pressure. I think Jonathan Walters was the closest to him. Maczynski with the ball played back. He's got 13 yards out and he's powered in the bottom corner. You see Darren Randolph can't get across quick enough as it just goes over the top of Seamus Coleman's head. And that just shows you the great players. If you don't mind.
McLean. Brady finding Glenn Whelan. Whelan shaping to hit it. And taken by Fabianski safely.
Yeah, I think there was just a slight deflection on route. I think it was Linetti may have just got a little touch on it to take the power off the strike. Much better build-up play for Ireland. Good run here from Robbie Brady. Picks out Glenn Whelan, who takes the strike on, and just there's the deflection, which took the pace of it, which made it a lot easier for Fabianski.
It's been 6 years since Glenn Whelan tumbling, and Linetti got there ahead of him anyway.
Yeah, just did that final ball at the moment. It's not quite there as far as Ireland's concerned. They're caught out of position here.
And if that had reached Krasicki, which it has, then Ireland had problems, and Randolph did enough.
How big a save can this be? This is absolutely huge, because 300, I don't think that Ireland are getting back into it. Lewandowski injured in his own half there. He's involved in the build-up play. But that was a real chance for Brzezinski, and maybe should have done a little bit better as he went through. There's the little set-up and the challenge coming in from McCarthy on Lewandowski. Kubiak was involved in it, waiting for the run of Brzezinski. Got the good fortune, it came off Kionthi's path, and he's went low. I think he goes high and lifts it over the top of Randolph. That would be the third goal, but went low, keeper spread himself, and that's a hugely important save.
Final card that Martin O'Neill will play, but it might be academic. Lewandowski throw, what a challenge that is from Seamus Coleman.
Brilliant, because he's beaten John O'Shea for pace. He's in behind him. It was a lovely ball, to pick him out. Watch this for an expert pass in behind the two centre-halves, but this is superb from Seamus Coleman. Just had eyes on the ball all the way. You can see Lewandowski, he thinks he's in. He thinks he's through one-on-one with Darren Randolph, but that is absolutely brilliant defending.
Well, for someone who's been out of the game for the last 5 for club and country, Seamus Coleman hasn't played like it. Blaszczykowski's corner, and a header away from goal by Krychowiak.
And there's the marking. He's in the middle of the goal, 10 yards out, with no one in and around him, and he's headed it well wide of the target. No pressure on him. I think James McCarthy might have been the closest to him, but he's getting nowhere near him with Krychowiak. And you can see his frustration here.
Hendrick bends it in, and he got a touch as well, but it's cleared away as far as Wes Houlihan. And McGeady, still 5 in the middle for Ireland. If he can somehow find a way through. Oh, and it's pushed away. So close to the goal that Ireland needed. A head-in-hands moment for Martin O'Neill as Fabianski comes up with a big save.
That is Aidan McGeady, and it's Richard Keogh with the header. Lovely piece of skill, delivers it in a good area. Keogh comes in. He could have just went towards the near post. He's trying to head it towards the far. Goalkeeper's in a position, actually fumbles it. Should have done a little bit better, Fabianski.
You just wonder, is that the one chance Ireland are going to... Here's Grosicki. Poland looking to finish Ireland off once and for all. Coleman stops him. Boot downfield again. Bobby Brady losing out. John O'Shea was second best, is in trouble here. He's off. It's a second yellow card for John O'Shea, and Ireland finish the game with 10 men.
Obviously he's going off, John. So that comes from Bobby Brady. You know, instead he playing the ball go beyond him, and he had to try and bring him down. Little tug of the arm there, right in front of the referee's assistant. He was always going to produce a second yellow card, and they haven't really done enough in possession of the ball.
Ireland fall short in the bid for automatic qualification, and the playoffs it will be for them. Poland with reason to celebrate. Adam Nevalka's side hanging on for this 2-1 success.